Hey everybody, it's Jade, and I like to make my own insert for my Pocket Traveler's notebook. As you can see, I've done a video on this before, so I won't go through the whole thing, and I'll just link that up top if anybody's interested in the inserts that I've made for this particular one. However, it's the Christmas season, so I thought it would be prudent for me to make a quick little Traveler's notebook insert to keep track of the gifts I need to buy for my family, and stick that in my Traveler's notebook so I can have it on hand and remember things much easier, because if I don't write it down, so it's a good chance it'll be forgotten. Anyway, so I made this quick little insert, just Christmas gifts list. I have 4 main people I need to buy for. So my mom, brother, sister, nephew. So I've made the categories for them, and I have enough pages for them. With this, if you need more pages, it's easy to make extra, okay? Very easy to make extra pages. So I'm going to show you the preliminary steps before we transition to the screen. And so this would be, I made up a sheet for gifts for, so I can list whoever this is for and the stocking stuffers for that person. Write down the gifts and check them off as I get them. So this page would be for my mom. This page would be for my brother, sister, nephew, and then I have extra pages on the back. So I just put gifts for on both of these, and if I need to get something for somebody out of my immediate family, or the main people that I need to buy gifts for, I can just stick their name in the gift and check it off as I get it, okay? And of course you got the back cover here. So preliminarily, we need to make up a guide so you'll know what to put on screen, how to lay your pages out on screen. So get some scrap paper, index cards, whatever you need. This is you don't need any fancy paper for this. This is just gonna be a guide. So I have 3 index cards here, and that's all I'm gonna need for the amount of people that I did for this 10 list. If you need more, just add more. It's that simple, okay? So what you're gonna do is take it and fold it in half, make it look like a book. And I'll show you what we're doing here, how it's going to lay out, okay? So, of course, for your guide, you're going to have the front cover, okay? On the inside, I have gifts and stocking stuffers. So I'm just going to indicate that by putting a G and an SS, and of course that's going to be page 1 and page 2, okay? And you turn it over, same thing, gifts, stocking stuffers, page 3 and page 4. Turn it over, gifts, stocking stuffers, page 5 and page 6. And turn it over, gifts, stocking stuffers, page 7 and 8. And then my last I'm filming is gifts and gifts. And let's see, that's page 9 and 10. And then you got the back cover. Sorry, I'm not changing. See, gifts and gifts, back cover. Alright, so that's going to be you guys. This is how you're going to lay it out on your screen. So when you get to Word, when we get into Word, this is what it's going to look like. When you pull it up, and I show you how to do everything, your back cover is going to come first, and then your front cover. This is how you're going to design it, and then you're going to flip that over, and the next 2 pages is going to be page 1 and 10. So it's going to be the gifts and the gifts, okay? And then comes page 9 and 2, and this gifts and stocking stuffers, and then page 3 and 8, gifts and stocking stuffers, page 7 and 4, gifts and stocking stuffers, and then page 5 and 6, gifts and stocking stuffers. Okay, so that's going to be your guide. And now I'm going to go ahead and switch off to the computer, and then I'll come back after that to show you how to put it all together, okay? See you in a bit.
Okay guys, let's try to get this done. I apologize if you hear a lot of white noise. I'm still trying to figure the software out and work with the settings, but I wanted to go ahead and get this done. So gonna have to do that later. Anyway, all right. To make this document in Word, you want to open up, of course, a new document. And once you've done that, you want to go up here to Layout. You click on Layout. Once you're at Layout, go over to Size. And I'm working in Word 2016, but I imagine there's some comparable commands in later versions of Word. Earlier versions of Word. So anyway, you're here at Size. You want to click on Size and go all the way down to where it says More Paper Sizes. And click on that. Now, once you get in that, the page setup screen is on your screen. And of course, we're doing a pocket size, which measures, when you lay it flat, the width will be 7, because when it's closed, pocket size insert measures 3.5 by 5.5. So you have to add that 3.5 together, which will make 7 for the width, okay? And the height, of course, stays the same. So you'll type in 5.5. That's the measurements that you want. Now, while you're in this, and you want to make sure whole document is on as well. And while you're in here, go to margins. And I like to set my margins at 0.25 on every one. So top, bottom, left, and right. Type in 0.25. Also, for orientation, you're going to come down here and click landscape. And also in this same sign that says pages for multiple pages, you're going to click in that and hit the second one that says mirror margins. Okay? Because you want, when you're doing your spread, you want the margins to be even on every side. Okay? And again, apply to whole document and just hit OK. So now you have the size that you need to make this insert. Now, you also want to come up here to columns and type in 2, or click on 2, type in 2. Now, me, I'm going to make it a little fancy. You can do whatever you want to do with the front and back cover. I'm just going to add a couple of images and, of course, some text to indicate what we're doing. You can make it your own, okay? So I'm going to come up here to Insert, Pictures. And I think I'm going to use this one. So we have a cute little holly image. I'm just gonna put it down a bit. And these settings, I honestly don't even really know what they mean, but to move it, I click the one usually that says behind text and fix position on page. Okay? And now I can click on it and move it anywhere I want to on this page. So I'm just going to put it kind of down here at the bottom. Let's see if I can get it in the middle of this screen. Okay, no, that's the cursor. Okay, I'm just going to leave it here. I think it'll be just fine. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Next, I'm going to go to the other side of it, and sometimes this is tricky trying to get over there. I don't know why it does this. If anybody else does, help a sister out, let me know. But sometimes you just have to tab till you get over there. And I'm going to do another picture, so I'm going back to Insert Pictures, and this time I'm going to put the Christmas tree in there, here. And do the same, and just kind of drag this down a little bit. Alright, and maybe. Alright. I think that's good. Alright, now I'm back up here. And you'll have to, if you want a different font, of course, pick a different font. You know how to do that. I'm sure everybody knows how to do the font. I'm going to go up here and use a font I have downloaded called Shadows into Light. And I'm also going to click on, actually the font's going to be bigger than that. I think I'm going to make the font 24. And I'm just going to come here and type in Christmas gift list. Let's see if I can get this to, and sometimes you have to play around with this. So when you put two columns, like, things can get tricky sometimes. So I'm going to go back to where I was. Alright, go back here and do shadow to right, 12, and start typing. Oops. Come on, see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Alright, got that typed in, so I actually want it more than 12. I don't know, I'll put it back at 12. And yeah, at 22, yeah, that's good. And I'm going to bring it down just a bit. And let's see if it'll send now. Yeah. Now I got it sent on this side. So I think that's good. If you want to, you can also add like for whatever the year is, 2018. But since when I'm done with this, I'm probably just going to chuck it anyway. I'm not going to bother about putting a year. So now that you have the back cover first and the front cover second done, you're going to go up here and insert blank page. And now you're ready for your next page. But also you want to go back home and get this in order, okay? You need to, because Calibri 22 is not in order, okay? I'm going to go back to Shadows into Light, just because that's the font I'm going to be using throughout this whole thing. I'm also going to go back to down to size 12, all right? So we're at Shadows into Light 12. Use whatever font you were using, whatever you used over here, or whatever you want to use really. So what we're going to do to make the rest of the inserts and try to make it easy on ourselves as possible, we're going to go up here and we're going to go to insert again, okay? And it'll bring up the insert table box here, okay? And the number of columns that you want is 3, and the number of rows that you want is 20, all right? And this should basically fit that side of the page, the complete side, yeah. Okay, so 3 columns, 20 rows, okay? Now, what you first want to do is come over here to this second, or if you're counting this one, 3rd column line. And move that over until you get a check mark space. However big you want your check mark boxes, move that over. And this next one, just move it over as far as it can go next, okay? And here, I'm going to type gifts. And just so you know, this would be like this will be your page 1 if you're following your guide. And the page that goes on the other side is going to be page 10, okay? So, I also think I might want to bold this. So I'm going to go back to home. With a bold, you do not have to do this. It's just something I want to do, okay? So next we're going to actually, we're going to take this column away. So that middle column, that little skinny one there, it's going to disappear. So you want to highlight that whole column, all right? Just that one. And then right click to bring up this thing here, all right? So what you want to do is go here to this thing that says borders, you'll see it, and click on it. Click on no border. It's my experience that it's easier to take away all borders and add back what you need than trying to take away this or that. So that's what I'm going to do right here at least. So no border, all right? And click on it and you can see how it's divided, all right? So now for this one, you want to highlight these little boxes. Also right click. And everything is still there except for the left border. Alright, so you go back in here and click the left border. And voila, you have all of your checkboxes right there. Okay? Now, over here, you want to highlight gifts, or this column, this first column you want to highlight. Alright? That one. Doing the whole thing. There we go. Alright, and for this one, again, you want to do no border. Alright? And then go back and click on bottom border. And for the rest, you're going to use all of these lines. That's going to be where you write your gifts. So you're going to need those lines, but you don't need that left border. So just highlight the whole shiny. What on the highlight thing that would be great right now? Alright, here we go. Come on. We were just there. We were just there. Like, really? Come on, highlighty thing. Seriously. Oh, God, I don't know why this is being so difficult. Let me click off of it for a second. Finally. Really? Alright, here we go. Finally. I hope you guys don't have that much trouble, okay? I might edit some of that out. Anyway, over here, I'm going to just take away the left border. Okay? There. So, if you can visualize it, I know those dots kind of mess you up, but you'll have your gifts at the top there, and you can write the person's name, who this page is for, whatever. You can write gifts, or you can write it down at the bottom, or however, anyway. And the rest of the lines are just going to be the gifts that you want. So, to make it, again, you want to make it as easy as possible on yourself. Just highlight the whole thing. And the way you can do that without all of that difficulty that I just had is hit this little crossroads arrow box thing here in the top left corner. Okay, now highlight your whole table. And what you want to do is copy and click at the very top on the other side, in the other column, and hit paste. Okay? Now this is going to automatically bring up a brand new box. So you can do that. Now, remember, you're going to have page 1, and this one is going to be page 10. And our page 10, at least mine, is going to be, and like I said, you add as many pages or take away as many as you do. My page 10 is just going to be another random gifts page, so I don't need to put in stocking stuffers yet. Okay? So that's going to be page 10, and then the next page it'll be 2 and 9, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is copy everything. Just copy the whole page. Copy. And click at the very top of the next page and paste. Alright? And just do it for however many that you have. Now, what you want to do here, at least that I need to do, is change gifts here. Come on. You know what? Let's make this easy. To stocking stuffers. And I'm going to center stocking stuffers just because that's how I like it. Now all of the rest of mine are going to be gifts and stocking stuffers, my pages. I don't need another gifts page. So what I'm going to do is come over here and highlight these two pages. Or tables, what have you. What's going on? Like what? Like why don't they just let me read my copy here? Boom, okay? Now we can copy. Alright, and on this side, I'm just gonna paste. So I have page 110, I have page 209, page, let's see, 3 and 8. We're gonna need a page 4, 6. I'm getting mixed up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those. I need 4 of 1, 2, 3 of these pages. Okay. And 1 of the gifts. Yeah, boom. So that's it for what I need. Like I said, if you need more, keep continue, just copy it and paste it. As simple as that. Now here sometimes, for some reason, there's always like an extra blank page. And I actually learned a little trick on how to do this because with tables, it gives like some kind of weird spacing or whatever. So it creates another blank page. But what you can do to get rid of that, so you're not printing out a blank page, is go up here. No, sorry, I'm confusing myself. First of all, I'm going to take all that stuff away. But what you can do is change your font. Once you're download this blank page, and you see it blinking at the very top corner, you gotta be at the very top corner, go up to your font and change it to 1. Because when it's really, really tiny, it can't really read it as a bigger space. So it'll take that blank page away, okay? The little hack, there may be a more appropriate way to get that done, but this works for me, okay? Now, lastly, what you want to do, of course, is come up here. You want to go to File, and you want to go to Save As. And I'm going to go to Documents here, or wherever you keep your stuff, okay? And you want to save this. First of all, type in whatever name. I'm just going to put Sample on this one, okay? And once you do that, you want to go to this Word document thing here, hit the arrow. You want to save this as a PDF, okay? Because if you're using a thing or whatever, a font that somebody else doesn't have and they want it or whatever, it's going to be messed up. So save it as a PDF, okay? Save. Alright, now once I save.
Okay, everybody, so now we have all of our pages all printed out front to back the way they need to be. I'm not going to show you that step in this video, but it's really fairly easy to figure out. If you're interested in knowing how to print your paper out on a DeskJet front and back, I can do that in another video, but you guys would have to let me know, okay? So basically what we're going to do is cut these out, and I'm going to trim these down to the size that they need to be. Now, as you saw in Word, I personally like to put 1/4 of an inch of space around the whole thing. And you saw that when I put my marges in. So once it's printed out on 8.5 by 11 paper, normally when I measure these, I end up cutting off. I cut off 2 inches on either side, right and left, and then top and bottom I end up cutting off 1.5 inches, and that makes it the size that it needs to be. 5.5 by 7 laying flat, and 5.5 by 3.5 once you fold it over. So I'm just going to show you really quickly. I can kind of see the ghosting here. Okay, so if you measure, you'll see it's approximately 2 inches, 2.25 inches here. All right, so what you want to do, leave 1/4 of an inch. So of course you're gonna cut off that 2 inches. Okay, and that's on both sides. It's even on both sides. And then showing you at the bottom here, the ghosting I can see, it's approximately 1 3/4. So to leave 1/4 of an inch, I'm cutting off 1.5 inches. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my trimmer out here, and we're gonna cut these edges off. And let me see if I need to unzoom. All right, now it's gonna be a little difficult to see, but the 2 is here because my thing doesn't go all the way up because of the space on my desk here. But just know that I'm taking this and I'm placing this at the 2. Okay, so do that. Make sure I got it all straight, and it's all at the 2 on both sides. And I just cut that off. And since I only have like 3 sheets of something here, 3 or 4 sheets, I'm not going to bother cutting them individually. If you have way more, you may need to, or cut them just a few at a time. This, to save time and stuff, I'm just cutting them all together, and because they're so thin. So 2 inches off either side. Okay, now we're at the top and bottom. We need to cut 1 inch at 1.5 inches to leave 1/4 of an inch. So I'm at 1.5 inches here, and boom. Okay, so of course, let's get it straight. Alright. And inch and a half. Boom. We got what we need. So this is what you're left with. And just to show you, measure really quickly. Laid out, it's going to be approximately 7 inches across. And of course it's going to be 5.5 inches lengthwise. Alright, and I personally, you don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but I personally like rounded corners. This is a, let's see, Katamaru Pro. I've had this for a while. I really like this corner rounder, and you get small, medium, and large corners here. Sorry for the noise. I'm just going to use medium to cut these corners off, or round them anyway. And then, you guys, it's as simple as folding these bad boys in half. And let's see. Of course, in this disaster area I call a desk, I can't find my bowl folder at the moment. Oh, here it is. Alright. And then, let's see, I'm going to zoom in again. You're gonna just do that, give it a good crease, And as you can see, it turned out the same way my original one did. And again, add as many sheets as you want. And it's easy to do the same thing with different sizes. You just have to put the correct size when you're sizing the paper. Put the size that you need, okay? And to do that, all you have to do is take the width and double it. Like, take the width that it is when it's folded, okay? So this that an insert is. So whatever your width is, this is 3.5. Just double it and put that in the width section. And of course, the height stays the same, okay? And I'll show you quickly what it looks like in here. Now, to bind this, you can either staple it. Some people like to sew theirs together, and some people just will take it and stick it on their elastic because it will, you know, hold it just fine. Whatever. And that's it. I mean, simple as that, guys. So if you have any comments or questions, definitely leave those below. Now, for those that don't want to go through the trouble of doing this, but want a copy, I will have a thing on my site, on my website. I'll link that below, lovelikej.com. If you sign up for my email newsletter, this will be given to you as a free download, okay? So, again, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. And hit the bell notification to receive all updates that you'll get whenever I post. And again, if you have any comments or questions, leave those below. I'll be happy to answer. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.